Shedeur?
Reaction, decision-making, operational space. So this is going to be Shedeur's second touchdown pass. And there's so many things that you watched in college kind of transfer over to the NFL game, and you sit there and go, that looks like starting quarterback quality material or play by Shedeur Sanders. Number one, you're going to get pressure off the left side. Now, Shedeur initially wants to throw the ball to the tight end. You can see after the motion comes, his eyes are going to peek left. He wants to throw this ball to the tight end on what is known as a little bit of a stick route. Because his eyes are looking there, he naturally sees this blitzing linebacker. And so the initial reaction by Shedeur is natural. That guy pressuring, he wants to leave, okay? He wants to leave. He doesn't realize that this back is definitely coming across. There has to be a trust that comes there. But I love the fact that he's going to leave right now. Now, I want everyone at home to understand and pay attention. See where he is when he makes his initial leave, okay? And then he's going to set in the pocket and be in perfect throwing motion. I love the fact that he resets himself. So often quarterbacks leave and they turn this into a scramble session and it's a yard or two. Resets himself as a passer. When he does that, he gets this inside post, okay? When that inside post clears and that safety follows, you're going to watch Shedeur's eyes go there and go, nope, the throw doesn't go there. What actually happens is that safety leaves a vacancy here, okay? That's where the ball has to go. And then ball comes out right now. And we say this oftentimes in the NFL. Down in the red zone, in the end zone. Face mask or higher, belt buckle or lower to protect the throw. That's belt buckle or lower right there. Now, I told everybody, remember, I want to go back. He leaves on the hash, right? When he leaves the hash, see the space that he gets to? That's the operational space that I talk about. Perfect pocket, but he's still a passer. And then that ball comes out perfectly thrown. That's the stuff that you got. If you're Cleveland, you're sitting there going, okay, he leaves the pocket, feels the pressure, but doesn't run from the pressure, evades it, trusts the protection, and then the throw has to happen. If he does all that, sails it, but he did it in executed reaction, understanding, ball placement. It was there.
This is graduate level stuff. Again, it's his first preseason game, and I keep going back to this, and I'm right so seldom that I feel that I'm justified in pointing out that we've been saying this over and over again. All those things are the things they said he could do before the draft. This is why he should have gone earlier.
And it's great to see it transfer into the NFL game. There's no question about it. But we also said in the draft, there's not elite athleticism. There's not that rocket arm. And so if we're going through all those top 6, 7, 8 guys at that position, they have that. And so you love the fact that a lot of the stuff that you liked in college showed, but there wasn't a demand for him.
But isn't the stuff you just showed us,
yes.
This maybe is the core of what I'm trying to get to. That's the most important stuff.
100%.
He has enough of an arm and enough speed and all the rest of that to play the position. Most guys, the guys who don't have that, some of them never learn it.
I totally agree. And I would actually, one thing that we haven't mentioned today is the athleticism actually, I think, showed up even more on Friday night than it did in college. Like, he made some plays with his legs that I did not anticipate him making plays with his legs that way. So he's not, a ridiculous athlete, but yes, the things that you liked about him in college and the things that we saw against Carolina, those are 90% of the things that are, like, that throws awesome. 90% of the things that are needed to be a good player.
But there are a lot of quarterbacks that have those skills and get to the next level, and for whatever reason, they don't translate. And that's what you're looking for in the preseason. You want to see a guy go out there, you want to see that he belongs, it's not too big for him, and that he flashes. Again, I come back to that word because it's that eye test. You just watch the guy and can see right away whether the guy can or can't play at this level. And I know it's one game, and we shouldn't get carried away. But what we saw in one game was that this guy looked like in that one game he could play, and now we want to see if he can do it again. And if he does it again, those questions are answered even more. And now the discussion continues to shift about how the Browns are going to handle this moving forward.
All practice reports have said Shedeur was great. Shedeur looked great. Shedeur looked great. He gets in the game. Shedeur looks great. If I'm the Browns, if I'm Kevin Stefanski, I'm sitting there going, I want to see more of him against better competition with better players around him. Because maybe I found a Kirk Cousins, a Dak Prescott, a Brock Purdy, a Russell Wilson. Maybe we did.
Kirk Cousins was the comp everybody made to him when he came out in the draft. All Kirk Cousins has done is be a really good player for 15 years in the NFL.
And I'll be a reminder. This was the scheme that I thought would be best for him. Not the Pittsburgh. This scheme where he's allowed to be play action, ball distribution, layered throws, pinpoint ball placement, that's best for his skill.
And finish it with this. What did you say that Stefanski said just this morning as they reconvened today for the first time after the game?
They're on the practice field right now, and Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett, who had hamstring tightness last week, are both back out there today. They have not decided how the quarterback rotation, at least is what he said, will work this week, and he doesn't know that he'll be ready to name a starter after the second preseason game, which, again, if we could read into it, just tells you that they want to see more of everybody, and there are a lot of
He said he doesn't know if he'll be ready to name a starter.
Name a starter. That's correct.
Name a starting quarterback.
That was made this weekend by Shedeur Sanders.
He has earned the right to take more meaningful reps this week and play next week. And he did it by making throws like this. This is an NFL throw. It's a layered throw in a tight window. It's exactly what we saw in Colorado. Again, Mel Kiper amongst others. We liked them. Surprised they won the 5th round. And what's great about what I saw was all the pre-snap information he handled well. That means he was prepared. He's been studying. And that's the sign of a really good pro.
And isn't that exactly the sort of thing that people said he was good at coming into or coming out of college and coming into the NFL? That's the thing about this evaluation process that I find so frustrating. We've decided, the entire league has decided, we need to find the next Patrick Mahomes. So we're going to go find someone who makes the off-platform throw and can be running this way and throw it back across the other
But
side.
that stuff matters, though, Greeny. To be great,
if that's what you do well and you can't do the stuff that he does well, then you can't play quarterback in the NFL. We've seen too many guys who do that. Those things have to be like the side dish. That has to be the potatoes and the green beans.
Sure.
The steak has got to be all the stuff that this guy does well.
Totally. And that's why, like, you were encouraged with what you saw in college and why late first round, early second round pick. And then you watched it in the game, you go, that's what it looked like. That's where you have to be so encouraged. I thought he played really fast. I love this clip on 3rd down. 5-man protection. He's going to tell his receiver, you're good, meaning no blitz issues. The safeties are going to rotate. Shedeur has to hold that safety at the top of the screen for a fraction of a second, and then the ball has to come out right now because that window is going to condense with that drop-down safety. If he's a little bit later, that's an interception. It's a tipped ball. Receiver's going to the hospital. This is backed up in his own end zone. Again, tells his receiver, you're good. Don't worry about any blitz. It allows them to play faster so he knows what's going on. Sees the safety rotation. He's got a little bit of shuffle in the pocket, and then that ball's coming out. The defender is underneath the receiver, corner-wise. Safety over the top. That's a dangerous throw. It's a courageous throw. He drills it right in that in-breaking route. And then the second touchdown is my favorite. He's got a shuffle in the pocket, and he has to see a double post. He sees the safety take the inside post. The outside post is the throw. I love how quick it happens and then it remains a passive. There were times in school, more often than not, I would argue, that he would run around and try to do something that athletically I would say that's not necessarily the strength of your game. So that last